All right. Welcome again to Military Guna TV, and thank you very much for joining me tonight. I have a few people in the house already. Delana, big up Delana. Up to the minute weather, big up to you as well. Thank you for coming in. A lot of respect. So today I want to speak about two things. We want to dissect the Lewis Baker performance. I was really impressed. I was really impressed. I can't say. I was definitely impressed. I watched the entire game, and I was honestly impressed how he handled himself, how he moved the ball around, get himself in those good position. And one of the things, I'm going to highlight some of the things that I realized, how he plays, his style of play, and what he wants to do. So definitely, please, people, if you're here, just smash the like button. I would really appreciate it. And also, just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So we're going to go straight into it, because the last time someone argued me that the intro was definitely too long. So we're not going to wait around for this one. So we're going to go straight into it. I want you guys to get a better understanding of the player that we have, that we're potentially going to be getting. You guys should already know that we have been heavily linked with Lewis Baker, and at this point in time, I do think that he has a lot to offer. If you're here early, I would really appreciate if you guys share the content on your social. It's not hard. It's just 5 seconds to share it on your YouTube, on your Twitter, wherever you guys can share it. Just share it as well. So we're going to have a look at Lewis Baker and how we perform and what we get a better understanding. Big up Andrew Chambers. Thank you for coming in. A lot of respect. Thank you for dropping by, bro. So at this point in time, we have Lewis Baker. We're going to take a deep look, a better look on what he did, how he performed against a solid opponent. As you guys can see, he's having fairly a good season. They played against Galatasaray. And Galatasaray is one of the biggest teams in the league, and you guys must know. Big up DJ for coming in. Thank you. Big up again, Stephen. Oh my word, Stephen, honestly, I didn't remember, but I'll definitely start that out. So we're going to. People, please feel free to share the content on your socials. If you have social media platform, I would really appreciate it. But please, people, remember to smash the like button as you come in. Just smash the like button. So right now, as you guys can see, Lewis Baker plays for Trabzonspor, and his team is actually fourth on the table. Galatasaray is actually third on the table. His team still has the potential to find himself in certain places. Blessings, Ian Campbell. Thank you for coming through. But we want to have a good look. It was actually a 0-0 draw, but nevertheless, it was a very good game. Now, the reason why I wanted to highlight this game in particular was because of things that I see happening during the game. Something that I realized that was happening during the game. Now, a few key things that I realized. What's up with Paul Hall? Definitely, Andrew, we'll get to Paul Hall, but right now, we're going to get through Lewis Baker right away. As soon as we finish with Lewis Baker, we can get it. So the link is actually in the chat, people. If you want to come on to the channel, the link is definitely in the chat. All right, so in this game, the game finished 1-1. But the reason why I wanted to highlight this particular game is because of what I saw Lewis Baker was doing. The first thing that I realized about Lewis Baker is that he's actually a defensive midfielder. He's not essential. He's not an attacking midfielder. He's not a box-to-box midfielder. He is a defensive-minded midfielder. He plays so much more into the defensive aspect of the game. Big up McIntyre. Big up. Thank you, Mr. Primo. Big up, bro. Yes, I did watch this game. So the first thing that I realized about Lewis Baker is that he's not a box-to-box midfielder. He's more of a defensive-minded midfielder. But he has the attribute. He has the box-to-box attribute, and some key things that I realized. He's a set-piece specialist. He's a set-piece specialist. People really technical on the ball. I mean, extremely technical on the ball. His positional movement is very good. On ball, off the ball movement is extremely good. He covers the defense. He covers the defense. He shields the back four, whilst Hambarda would go out and forward in the advancing position. But what I did realize that when they are in a lot of possession, he tends to drift to the left hand side. Yes, we know that he's playing on the left hand side, but he drifts extremely to the left hand side, like as if he's a left winger. But as I said, he's very, very fit, very, very versatile, a very, very good player we have on our hands. And I'm happy that I did watch this game, because this game highlighted some of the factors that our midfield, the Reggae Boyz midfield, has been lacking. This game, this performance highlight some of the issues that the Reggae Boy midfield is lacking. As you guys can see, look into the corner flag. You can see a bit of heat signature right there. You guys would realize that that is actually telling you that he was the one who's taking the corners. And yes, I can tell you that he was the one taking the corner. He took a few spot kick as well. So as I said, it's very, very good people. We have a very, very good midfielder on our hand. So let me move into his stats. He played a full 90. He had 58 touches. He completed 41 passes out of 47 for the entire game. And I'm talking about an high-intensity game. And he completed 41 passes out of 47. So that can tell you the range of technical ability that this player has. He completed the game with an 87% passing accuracy. Can you imagine? 87% passing accuracy. No key passes though. He attempted 3 crosses, completed 1. He had 1 long ball, and it was 100% completed. He had no shot on target, none off target, and his only shot was actually blocked. He made 1 dribble attempt, and yes, it was not completed. No, he encountered in 3 ground duels and only win 1 of those. Aerial duels 0. He didn't complete any of those. He lost possession 11 times, and I think that is an area that he can actually tighten up on. That is definitely an area that he can tighten up on, because we see where we don't want our midfielders, especially our central midfielders, to be losing the ball that quite so often. So I think that's the area that he can tighten up on. But he committed 0 foul, and he was fouled once. He made 1 clearance, 1 block shot, 1 interception, and only dribble pass 1. So as I said, people, it was a very entertaining game for me. I was really, really keen on looking at Lewis Baker, how he was deployed, and what the system that they used him in. And I did, and as I said, people, it was very, very much entertaining for me. So he deployed it in a 4-2-3-1 system. And as I said, each time I do my predicted starting lineup, I always use a 4-2-3-1. And definitely, as seen here now, Lewis Baker deployed in a 4-2-3-1 as the holding midfielder in this system. And basically, they use 2 box-to-box, which is Lewis Baker and Barrett. But he plays predominantly as a holding midfielder. He was also on the set pieces. Every single set piece, he was on them. So it goes to show that he has more layers to his game. He can provide a lot to what we want. So definitely, as you can see, this is what we want. This is what the Reggae Boyz want. These are the things that we're looking out for, and these are the type of assistance that we want in the midfield. Now, the reason why I am highlighting Lewis Baker this much is because my 2 preferred midfield choice for the Reggae Boyz double pivot would actually be Kevin Lambert and Daniel Johnson. Reason being, I'm talking about cohesion. I love the idea of cohesion. I want my players to be cohesive, and the midfield, especially in the midfield area, I want the cohesion in the midfield area. So this is the reason why I highlighted it. And now what I saw from him today, yesterday, I realized that he does have the potential to work well with Daniel Johnson or a Kevin Lambert. But I do think right now at this point in time, Kevin Lambert and Daniel Johnson are really, really good partners working together based off their style of play and how they can adjust each other. We don't want any alpha versus alpha in the midfield area where that can cause confliction. Everyone wants to be the main man. So I really do think that a youngster like Lewis Baker racking up these type of stats, also putting in these performances in these big games, I do believe that he has the potential to take it at next level. And definitely, I think that this is the reason why this is the player that the Reggae Boyz have to get this over, because we see what he has in hand, and definitely I think that this he has a far way to go. And I was actually looking at both Daniel Johnson and Kevin Lambert. I was observing their style of play, how they progress the ball, how they beat the press, because that is essential in what we want to do, and how we can actually come to a good conclusion of having a proper midfield. So the JFF contact, yes, it was actually mentioned that the JFF contacted Louis Baker. It was actually one of those on the list that they wanted to contact. Big up Kevin Reed, thank you for jumping in. People, guys, please remember to hit the like button. I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button. The link is in the chat. I put the link in the chat if you want to come on the show. Tonight is an open show. If you want to come on to the show, the link is in the chat. You can hit the link and join the chat. So we're going to move over now to Paul Hall, and I'm going to show you where I got the leak information. Still not confirmed as yet, but it's actually leak information. But we're going to go into it, and this is one of the story. This is one of the persons that break a few of the stories, a few of the Jamaican players, because they keep watch on all the Jamaicans, the Reggae Boyz stories, everything that covers the Reggae Boyz stories. They keep a good lookout for it. So I'm going to bring it up for you guys so you guys can see it. As I said, people. DJ Lambert have to go move from the USL Miji. Him get too much chance and never seen. Whoa. Okay, that's a fairly good state, but you can't deny the quality that he has. Yes, and the thing about it is that he's now finding himself playing games. So we will see how that one goes, if he will progress. But definitely I think Lambert is one of those type of players. And I know you're saying Lambert is in the USL, but how much defensive midfielders do we have to select from? Defensive midfielder. Remember, we're talking about defensive midfielders. I think Kevin Stewart. Stewart is actually a good option as well. Yes, I do think so. So we're going to move over now to the news that I know a lot of you came for. I definitely think that this is the news that a lot of you guys came for. So the news break from Reggae Boyz Central, not Reggae Boyz commentary, Reggae Boyz Central, and let me read what it states. Paul Hall will reportedly join the coaching staff with Jamaica. He currently holds a UEFA A license and is head coach of Queen's Park Rangers. He represented Jamaica in the 1998 World Cup. So think about it, people. He's now coming into the CONCACAF with one of the biggest licenses in the CONCACAF. This is if the reports are actually true. It's rumored, right? But as I said to you, this is one of the links that I see report a lot of information that are really accurate. So there's so much things to it right now. There's a lot of things to it. Jero said if the Paul Hall thing is true, it's a good move by the JFF. Yes, I do believe it's definitely a good move. If this is accurate, I think this is one of the best moves. But the question now is, what next for Mr. Whitmore? That is the question. People, the link is in the chat. If you guys want to talk about it, I would like if you hit the link in the chat and come on to the show. The link is in the chat, people, so you can go and check it. Hit the like and come on to it, because we want to know what does this mean for Theodore Whitmore. If Paul Hall should come join the Reggae Boyz team, do you think Paul Hall will be assistant to Theodore Whitmore with a B license, and this Paul Hall have an A license, a UEFA license? So what do you think? He was one of the persons on the short list. He was shortlisted. He was definitely shortlisted. Oh, the link is not here. Okay. I'm gonna drop. Oh, what happened? I'm gonna drop. Big up Unseen Sports. Big up. I'm gonna drop. Oh, it's not drop, people. I could have sworn I dropped the link. The link is now in the chat, people. The link is definitely now in the chat. So the question is right now, people, is do you believe that Paul Hall will come into this Reggae Boyz squad as an assistant for Mr. Whitmore, having a UEFA A license, and Mr. Whitmore have a CONCACAF B license? Well, is that UEFA? It's one tier below. He has a tier below the UEFA license. The link is in the chat now, people. So you guys are free to come on. D. Jeremy said, oh, the link. Okay, no problem. It's big up Unseen Sports for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Big up, Alex. What's up, bro?
I'm gonna go.
What's up? I'm not hearing it.
I'm there. You know, hear me?
Oh yeah, I hear good now. What's your take on that? So, if we should get a coach, right, who has an A license. Remember, Mr. Whitmore have a B license, right? We get a UEFA A license coach who's coaching Queens Park Rangers in the championship. What's your ideology of that? Do you think he will come in as an assistant coach?
I think you. I think he'll come in and help Whitmore on the tactical side of the game, which they're good at, and I think Whitmore and him is a good friend. They are good buddies from '98. So I think they got a relationship. I think the part Whitmore now got really figure out the tactical part. I think he might come in and straighten that out and show him the different aspect of the game. And I think he can. I think he can help with the selection process too with Whitmore, because bad selection process. I think he can help with that too. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Big up Andy McNally. Yeah, that's a good clam. But the thing is, I'm looking at two alphas, right? Do you think two alphas can coincide like that?
Yeah, I think they can work together because, as I said, they're my friend. Before this, and Whitmore want him to get a job from year one. If you go on YouTube and look on TVJ Sports, just did an interview with him that he said anyhow means the way JFF want to help him, he would like to either do it long and either do it. You get my come from?
Yeah, he said that. I was watching an interview with him recently because when I saw the news, I was actually doing my research. Anything didn't formally come up as yet, but this page actually reports some good, very, very good news. It's a page that I follow, and definitely, I think that maybe Queens Park Rangers have said something, and maybe that's where he got his information. So it could be that is where he got his information, and he actually spot on and just bang on with it and right there. But we're just running with it as the point is not confirmed news. It is rumored. It is rumored. That is the reason why I have the question mark sign inside the title set. But I want to know, what does this really mean for Mr. Whitmore? Yes, we know that Mr. Whitmore would want to
and first of all, Whitmore have players, and for a coach, if you have a trust of the players, you don't need to be tactical. If you have a trust of the players,
if you do what?
If you have the players' trust,
tactical. You don't have to be tactical.
No, that's not
that. Don't you think that at this point in time, Klopp, the players trust Klopp and the players trust and Pep, but yet still Pep and Klopp definitely have to come on the pitch, come on the sideline to come and tell them do this, do that. But he does have the trust.
Yes, so basically what I said to you is, alright, what I said to you is tactical. You can be a coach, right? And you can be a coach, right? And the players, them have a yes and no relationship with you, but you're good tactical, you're good in the team against USA and this and that. You kind of lose. But as long as you have players that trust in you, motivate them, and tell them, say, yo, we can win today, you make them can run their brick wall for you, and they win games. You can as a player have trust for you. That's the most important thing as a coach.
Trust.
Have trust for you. If your players don't have trust for you, they're not gonna win game. Not care tactical be, not care or coaching skill be. Long as you trust now and they're willing to do the work for you, and they're gonna do it. And that's why the reason why Whitmore get results.
Okay. That's a fair point. DJ, what's your take on it?
A long time I tell what up all or something.
Yeah. So, you mentioned it quite a few times.
Long time we hear this.
So what do you think about it? If it come true, what do you think about it?
A good move. And I know Queens Park Rangers championship side, U23.
Yeah. But he has a UEFA A license.
Yeah, man.
He can coach
I think that's good because the thing is, you see a respect where a local players that are Jamaican born players they have it up. English players have it for Parallel because I even recommend a couple of them to Whitmore.
Okay. So could this be a tactics where you want one respect the other, and then because the local players have the respect for Tapper and the English players have the respect for Paul Hall, they could coincide and bring everything together. So it's basically like a combination, just making a good sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah, man, something like that, man. Because I would say I recommend some of the players that we see even the game against US. Paul, I recommend most of them.
So basically, Paul Hall doing a good job for us, and he's doing proper scouting.
Yeah, man, him a work underground over there, man.
Yeah, that.
I'm get Ravel, him get Ravel, you know. One of them were instrumental in Ravel.
30 still.
That is good. But no, the thing that I have, my issue is this now. All right, I'm going to run through some of the comments first, so let me stick up in on that. I have to write it down, can you forget? Can you run through a lot of comments? DJ, J-Ross said he's probably just here to help Whitmore. Wouldn't make sense to get rid of Whitmore now. That's a valid point. What do you guys think about that? Would you scrap the idea of what Whitmore is doing right now and just try your best to let them work, make Paul Hall run everything? Because this would be new to Paul Hall, because the Jamaican players, as I said, trust Whitmore already, and we want to move forward in that rate of things. So what do you guys think about that? DJ, come first.
Whitmore just needs somebody else, and that's what I feel like.
All right.
It makes sense that you kick him out by the time now. It doesn't make sense at all. Because why you kick him out and the players have trust him? He be like, I trust the players. He can go far with the players in a Gold Cup. I have a players from Nation League. So why would you kick him out from there? It don't make no sense. I'm gonna do it before Paul. So Paul players and the weeks and strength of players, which Whitmore does already.
All right. Where's the now, DJ?
Why people have a thing about that kick out thing? We need more coach, brother. One coach, a coach a team, you know, brother.
I think so.
If you're a team of about 5-6 coach, you know.
I think so. Look at it.
We need more coach, man.
For you to have a really, really good team, you need your defensive coaches, you need the attacking coaches, you need the midfield coaches, you need set piece coaches. So that is a variety of different level of coaching. Just JFC just joining. Big up, thank you for joining, bro. How are you?
The only coach Jamaica have different from the top of Warren Barrett, you know. I don't think Warren Barrett can. I don't think Warren Barrett can improve Andre Blake game. Andre Blake a way better goalkeeper than Warren Barrett. So
yeah, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. JFC, what's your take on that? What's your take on the whole situation? Do you think that both coaches?
It's good enough because Whitmore have chemistry with the players, you know. But Whitmore, we know him not. You hear me?
Well, you have some nice background. Mute the mic, yeah? You have a nice background. You see the music, if the music in the background I play and it feeds through the stream, it can cause problem for the stream, yeah? So so probably going to an era where they have less noise or something like that. And then we can discuss it. Let me run through some of the comments. Ian Campbell said Stewart over Lambert every time.
So what about Lee? Guna? He's getting passport or something?
Huh?
Lewis Baker, he's getting his passport?
Yes, he was one of the persons that was shortlisted. And the reason why I'm so keen on him right now, I'm keeping a close eye on him to see his performance. But we want to, even though he's shortlisted, it's not a must that we might go for him. But the thing is, if he's putting in these type of performances, as I said, I like the reason why I choose actually Lambert.
He's better than Tyler Adams, you know that, right?
Yes. I don't want to dispute it as yet. I don't want to dispute it because I like to use facts. Also, my stats. I like to relay with my stats. Then I like sit and watch the players for myself.
Yeah, you stats. You have more experience than Tyler Adams. You play more than one club down.
And Tyler Adams. Okay.
Yeah. Tyler Adams prone injury in the general.
Yeah, injury prone.
Injury prone, brother. And I tell him, brother, I'm injury prone.
Ricardo Robinson, what happened? What about Isaac Aiden? At this point in time, Isaac Aiden possibly out for the rest of the season. So I doubt, and he's still not showing the interest as though we are showing towards him. So that has a lot to do with it. Andy Miller said, big up military, big up Andy. Leonardo Clark said, Tappa don't have a UEFA B license. So it's actually a UEFA, it's a CONCACAF B license Tappa have.
Right now, military.
No man, because I got Germanic military going. What you talk about?
No, some Leonardo Clark said Tappa don't have a B license.
Tappa got Germany getting coaching license.
But it's a B license, man. It is a B license. I'm not sure if it is CONCACAF or I think it's CONCACAF.
No,
I think so.
it's not CONCACAF. It's in Germany. They have to have a UEFA B license.
No, it's
Yeah,
not a UEFA license. It's not a UEFA license. Come on, man.
remember,
That same license coaching course.
But
I
but
even
went to
Mr. Steve
Germany,
on it.
you can't get CONCACAF B license in Jamaica.
remember Craig, remember Mr. Amanda did say, Mr. Phoenix did say,
Mm-hmm.
Tapa coaching license can coach a primary school team in a Belgium. So, I think
A UEFA B license, you can coach the even up to the English national under 23 team or maybe under 21, under 17 team. A UEFA B license. The UEFA A license give you a privilege to coach any team right across Europe. Any team. That is the license that Mr. Paul Hall would be coming in with. That is a type of license. That is a hybrid license.
But I heard they're getting video analysts too. I wonder who gonna be the video analyst.
I love it. Thank you, Simon.
Simon Preston.
I love it. Thank you, Simon.
Yeah? You think so? Me not think they're not get Simon that. Maybe something like player, maybe something would have to do with players affiliation. Okay, so Whitmore, I mean I look on it right now from the Jamaica Observer. Whitmore leads successful coaches of CONCACAF B license. It's actually a CONCACAF B license. It's a CONCACAF B license. So basically, it's a license that you can use to coach in the USL. But the person that is coming in is coming in with an A license. I am looking, so I'm going to go back to my question. Let me run through some of the questions before I go to that. Ian Campbell said Aiden is not interested to play for Jamaica. I share the same sentiments. I don't think he is as well. I'm actually having reservations right now for Ivan Tony.
Lewis Baker is interested.
Yes, he's interested.
But I don't see nobody saying nothing about it.
There's a lot of players out there interested, but we don't make the contact. That is the thing.
There's a lot of players. There's a lot of players. Remember, look here. Most of we never did know, say, man like Curtis still. No, we never did know, say, man like West Arden and them man there. Jamal, none of we never know, say, they have contact with all of them man there. And them just pop up in a squad.
Yeah, that's true.
JFF just
Ethan Pinnock. I never heard of Ethan Pinnock until recently.
You never heard of Ethan Pinnock? Come on, man. Of course, Ethan Pinnock, name a call.
I heard his name, but I was remember.
But me never know whether them in contact him.
Yeah, me not about the contact. I've never really watched him and watch him.
So that means they can call a Redman then for June then.
Yes, they can. They can. Remember, the reports coming out that Redman is actually starting out his process to start it. But I think the thing with Redman is that to get your passport, it might take up to 6 months to get your passport. So that is the problem. That can be a problem.
No,
I don't really watch that because they are diplomats, right? So it'd be much easier.
Guna, if you have people them running like your mother, your father, them just need for them bird paper.
Yeah. No, but I know the bird paper part, but we must have to go through a process.
Yeah, but it not take long in Jamaica. We really want the plane can extradite it. Look, I'm gonna ask you a question. You're so quick. Michael Antonio passport come through. Yeah, passport already. You know that, right?
It could be a case in which Michael Antonio actually I work on it for a good while. And because then let me look at it. It could be a case. Me could look at it diversely.
It could be easy to, because watch it. If you have a parents and around people that will have the feeding paperwork, as long as you put in feeding paperwork, it's easy because they're gonna come through quick. Yeah. All right. If a player don't like so for instance, Adejevan, on a contact with his father, contact Jamaica, and in Jamaica look up in a database who are Adejevan father, and then they send off to the Confederate when they're in Italy. Then that's a passport. But if you have a parents and close by, it's easy to get the passport.
Yeah. But me I say, is it standard to every place where you go? You have to follow a certain protocol to get a passport. Isn't it standard?
Yeah, it's standard. It's standard.
Yeah, I remember it's not like a regular, like just a normal Jamaican citizen.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like a represent the country, so maybe come too faster.
Yeah, I agree. Remember to somewhere comments. Tyrone McIntyre said, JFF should contact players like Niles Willock, Nelson, Redman, etc. Yes, we have made contact with Redman. We have definitely made contact with Redman. But Nelson, Willock, and Niles, I think it's going to be a bit more difficult. The reason why they're young.
Niles can't play for you again.
Willock is not Jamaican.
Because you represent England in competitive level as well. So he can't. He has now been ruled out. So Willock, there's a still chance with Willock, also Nelson, because they have represented the first team.
Willock is not Jamaican.
Are you sure?
Yes, check it up. It's
There's a lot of players there with Jamaican background that he didn't
know. I'm telling you that Willock is not. I can bet Willock is not Jamaican. He's Montserrat. Him and his brother is from Montserrat. They're people from Montserrat.
Really? Okay, so I'm running it up right. I'm searching to right now. Let me see what.
I doubt that Willock are not Jamaican.
Huh?
Willock are not Jamaican. Alex right.
Email Smith Rowe. You forgot after. Email Smith Rowe.
Okay, Email Smith Rowe.
And that not gonna happen neither.
That not gonna happen.
Could happen though. It could happen.
But let me go straight in the England squad.
But you never start with Mason Mount or Jack Grealish.
No, but England now gonna make we have him. It don't matter if him gonna start.
True.
You know how England do them thing.
England now go
same thing with them do with Nathan Miles, give him the one competitive cap.
Yeah. That they did it with Saka as well to take him away from Nigeria.
Yeah.
So I can't see because we would want them, you know. Look at I think is it Kelvin Phillips at Leeds. I think he also has Jamaican background as well.
Yeah,
strong Jamaican background.
All right, you see the only way that would be possible is if JFF was more competent.
Bro, you don't know if JFF is competent. Do you know if these players do want to play for Jamaica? That's the biggest question.
Also I think
no,
you can't say these players are competent. Look when Calvin Phillips said I go wait for a few days making international decision. You know when coach tell him from Bills, I tell him don't play for England. Just like West Ham coach that tell him to play for England, wait for them play for England. They don't want to play for Jamaica. You're not understanding this.
And I think
Let me tell you why. Nathan Miles at 20.
No, it's 20.
Him have more time for wait.
No, Nathan Miles is 22.
No, Nathan Miles. I mean,
it cap already better and can't play for Jamaica.
Nathan Miles. My bad. Smith Rowe is 20. Him have time for wait.
Listen, Smith Rowe, I can guarantee you.
Not care all no one like that. Not. He's not going to see the bench.
No, but listen.
Him don't have to be a starter.
The direction him go, he can be. Look at who expected.
He don't even have to be a starter. England is going to cap him. Him don't even have to play more than one match. That is my point. You understand? That is my point. Him don't have to be a starter. You know how England do them things. There's no emotion involved, Bridget. I just fact.
Yeah, that's true. I'm running through some of the comments. Leonard said, "I can't pick up B license top I have." Yeah, we just asked that. Big up Bravo Rich Squadron. Clark, it is a news on our radio. Him who Paul News on.
Yeah, I really come up onto them.
Okay. That means I told you that this guy is quite credible. Whoa, that's so much comment. Jeez. Panel, I'm going to run through some of my comments here. It happens every day in the workplace. Boss have a bachelor's and the subordinates have a master's degree. That's true because when I was my commander actually had it. I think he had a minor degree, and when he saw my paperwork, he was like, how long did it to get these? But I'm not that type of person still to even mention those things. Big up military, big up Sentiments FC, absolutely boiling from KC PR campaign earlier, scorched my heart. Sentiments that is the direction the world is going right now. Money grabbing and who can grab the most money. The billionaires wanted to take the sport for themselves. The only problem is that they have no intent of making the sports better, just making it a bit more profitable. That was my problem. And Bravo said, you have to have the tactical knowledge of the game to be a successful coach. And that's a valid point.
You don't need to have that successful club, bro. I'm telling you. You can
hold on. All the coaches right now, what is their biggest attribute? Is it player management or the tactics that they deploy?
Player management.
You think so? Tell me one successful coach that doesn't deploy tactics.
Come on now. Hey, all right. Let me give you a good example. Very good example, right? Mourinho, a tactical coach, can play defensive. We know Mourinho tactical side of the game, right? Does the player like Marino? Answer my no, they don't like Marino.
They don't like him, but they work with the tactics that he deploys.
Right. Sosha is not a tactical coach.
Who?
Sosha.
Sosha is barely a coach.
The thing is that Sosha has a very, very good squad. And that when you say that, that's a valid point.
It's true, they like him. Alex right. They like Sosha, so they play for him.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Come on, no,
military.
Stupid.
Sosha have a squad that injured on trouble this season. That's all.
Yeah. If Bruno should be injured right now, maybe they can drop the 10th and look
all right, then the match
yeah. As I said, that's Alex. That's a valid point. I won't disagree with that because I see Arteta as a more tactical manager than Oli. But yes, still Oli has the quality players to get him over the line. So
can I interject, Bruno?
Huh?
Can I interject?
Sure, man. Sure.
We need a coaching team, a coaching staff.
Yeah.
You understand? All right. When Emery come out and Arteta come in, Arteta alone come or him come with a staff?
No, he came with the entire staff.
All right. You understand? So we don't see nothing wrong with Paul Hall dropping. You understand? The only way I see Tapa having a problem is if him have a terrible Gold Cup.
No, the thing, we weren't saying that we have a problem with him coming in. We were just highlighting that what it necessarily means for Tapa. Yeah. And he was saying that Tapa
it don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that is what we're trying to get. It doesn't mean anything. But I wanted to get you guys' point of view before I actually drive my point across, because I want to know the general consensus of everyone. And I do see that everyone shares the same consensus that it's a good idea to bring him in and work alongside each other. I have no problem with that. No, the problem I have no problem with them working together. But my problem now is the alpha versus alpha issue. Now, we know as human beings that, as someone said, that you have managers in the workplace and the subordinates in the workplace have higher knowledge than them. Now, the thing is, this is going to be like this. When on game day, and both coaches, Mr. Hall and Mr. Whitmore, Whitmore doing up the tactics, and Mr. Hall sit there and say, no, man, this is not right. Something is wrong here. And Mr. Hall cannot address or speak to Whitmore in front of the team to belittle his his superiority, because he's the manager. Yeah, so he can't do that. So maybe one away can say, no, do this instead. But what if the case is, knowing Mr. Hall coaching license, also his pedigree that he has, what if the case is this, that Mr. Whitmore don't want to take that because he believes that what he's going to implement is better and he can get the job done? But yes, still Mr. Hall, with a higher degree license, also with more knowledge of the ball game, I would say, see that it can deploy based on the opponent and such. We can have an alpha versus alpha situation in the dressing room.
Quick question. How long has Paul Hall been a head coach?
How long?
Yeah.
Let me check.
How his record stay? Let's look at that first.
His record?
Yeah. Look at our next thing too. Look upon it this way. The whole way have some football experience. Is the best player on the field always the captain?
No, he's not always the captain.
He's not always the best leader, right?
No, he's not always the best leader.
I saw it work in a life too, you know.
Huh?
I saw it work in a life too.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? Enough time, the experience matter more than the paperwork.
Agree.
You understand? So make we look and see what kind of experience and what him do with him coaching record.
Yeah. May I bring it up right now? Because that is something that we actually did want to discuss as well, to see how we are going to move forward with him as well, because it is really, really important that we look into these things, people. We have to realize and look at some of the things that the direction that the team itself is going, because we do want the best performance, but we don't want any issues when we're inside of the Gold Cup. That is where we don't want issues. We don't want to be a case in which we're progressing, the team is progressing, and then now there's these minuscule issues, coach versus coach. We don't want that. So we're trying to talk about it and see how best we can see how they are going to work together. So we just try perceiving how they're going to work together. Let me run through some of the comments. Sajay, big up, thank you for coming in the chat. He said, what about Caleb Bartley? Oh, I've never really done anything on him. What do you guys think about him?
Decent player. You have experience. You can add him to the. But it's decent player. I think you add him to the pool. I get extra. Cause the pool can never than you need depth in your side. You get where I come from. On paper, Jamaica have more depth than the most of the CONCACAF overall. Like depth, but at the most we play together them already. Come from. So I think Kyle Bartley could have just improved it more. I feel like it could make go a far away. You get me come from with the experience in playing the Premier League. And come this year. You get me come from. So
Yeah. All right. So from what I'm seeing right here, I definitely want to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up for everyone can see. So I'll do that soon. Let me run through some of the comments. Andrew Sherman said, if that is so, it's a big move for JFF. Tapa needs help. We all agree on that Tapa will need help. Leonardo Club said, both we need. Sanjay said, what about Carbach? We just adjust that, Sanjay. I'm way back. QPR is a decent team, a very, very good team. Yeah, they of course have a very good team. Sanjay, why you spamming, bro? Don't bother with that. Don't bother with that, bro. Bravo said Carbach does want to play. Sentiment said all good MG. How's your stress levels today? And my stress levels are really, really good, but we want to see what is going to happen for that stupid team of ours tomorrow. Unseen said military want a link to you. Twitter. You guys can find me on Twitter and you guys can find me on any Twitter. In Instagram, it's Military Guna TV. On Twitter, it's Military Guna TV.
Military.
I have a few content. I mean,
yeah, if you get about tactical man Japan, this I'm gonna teach him football. More come here, so
no, this is I'm normally I'm surprised when he passed without that.
If I talk with JD, but it now come on full live and talk. Come on here, make me talk about football. They get where I come from?
Yeah, let me get where I come from.
Yeah, man, I want to talk to you, man.
Oh, people, see that 44 people, we have over 50 people watching and we have few likes. Come on, people, show some respect. Show the stream some respect. Alex is here, JF is here. We all put in a lot of work and show us that you like what we're doing. So I'm going to bring up the Paul Hall so far is managerial profile. I'm going to try to bring it up. At this point in time, he's actually a director. So it could be the case that he's coming in as a director. Yes, we know he has his pro license, but it could be a case that he's coming in as a director. That is a big factor. That is definitely a big factor. And that is something that I do think we may need. What if he's coming as a director / coach? That I think playing that dual role, I think that he'd be good for him. So he would be hands-on, not so much hands-on with the team itself, but yes, he'll be doing all the administrative issues, sorting out those things for the team. Because I think that is the area we need to sort out. With a head, someone that can deal with the negotiations, someone that can also deal with traveling, the administration, all the administration issues that the teams have been suffering. Like the issues that we saw Mr. Whitmore only have one TCF. These are the things that we need to address. So bringing in someone that can work in the technical director area who can deal with these situations, I think it's actually one of the best ideas right now. So we are discussing JFF, right? This is a move that we can say JFF good. That's a darn good move made by the JFF.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone, once they find out, once they have a case in which all Jamaicans agreeing on something, it is good. If you have more than 5 Jamaicans agreeing on one thing, it means it is good.
Definitely.
Lincoln fans is joining. What's up, Lincoln?
But there, I'm just a check in. I just turn on my YouTube and see you're live and say me a pop on.
Because you come, my guy, you know, it vibes always, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So me run through some of my comments there first because there's enough comment. Hearing a lot of good things about Anthony Grant, but have not seen him play. He's been labeled as a destroyer and seems confident. All right. I'm going to do a tactical breakdown on Anthony Grant. I know you guys, because since Simon Preston released it, I know you guys have been hyped up about it. So I'll definitely do the tactical breakdown on Anthony Grant so you guys can get a better understanding of who the player is, what he can do, and how he plays. So he's been labeled as a destroyer. I guess that everyone would actually understand and want to see if he's really a destroyer. So on this show, you guys won't get labeled, you guys will get facts and stats. What he can do from what he actually can do. So if he's labeled as a destroyer, but yet still he has 10 goals for the season, it means that he's not only a destroyer, but he can score goals, which means that he can contribute defensively and also attacking wise. So let me run through some of it. Hearing a lot of good things. Okay, just run through that. Mikel Antonio getting passport. One of the reasons why I would say Mikel Antonio get his passport on every single footballing platforms is registered as Jamaican. On every single one of them. Beat Bet 360, Talk Sports, 365, Pass, just all of those things. Is labeled as Jamaican. So why would they put that as Jamaican if he's not Jamaican? Big up Nikhil. They are expecting the success for the Reggae Boyz prospect. JFF is working with the Jamaican consulate. Wow, that's not good news. What do you guys think about that? JFF is working with the Jamaican consulate.
Wonder if Mikel could answer this. Well, how much of the players that played the other day get them passport so far? They play USA.
Play against USA? I think that's a very, very good question. Maybe because it's a friendly, you don't need all the documentations for a friendly.
No, you don't. Not for the friendly, but for the Gold Cup coming up, we'd want to know that everybody who played the other day at least qualified.
That's a good question because I'm not sure if you guys saw the interview that I did with Grass Boss, right? And he said that sitting on the bench and observing Leon Moore, definitely Leon Moore, just the leadership quality that he has on the pitch is something that the team needs. So you definitely know that we want Leon Moore to ensure that Leon Moore get his passport, right? And we all would agree on that.
And Jamal Lowe.
Even a Jamal, we can't see these players showing their body on the line and still don't have their passport. I'll be really upset with the Jamaican, with the JFF, if they don't get these things over the line. And that could be one of the reasons why they're bringing in Mr. Paul Hall as well, because maybe he's the type of person who can get these things over the line in good time span, in good succession. So maybe they're struggling with getting all of those things because we've been hearing about all these players for so long now, and there's no confirmation that any of these players have gotten their passport as yet. So that could also be a move. So there's a lot of things to consider. That's not true. Nobody knows if Antonio get it yet. Default top of our advanced coaching workshop. National coach Theodore Whitmore will depart the island on Sunday, March 7 for a 7-day FA advanced coaching workshop and UEFA preparatory course in Trinidad. Oh, that's good. That is good. The JFF president mentioned this on Portsmouth. We look his mantra.
But
we look have grandparents, Jamaican grandparents. Ooh, there's so much.
Military.
Yeah, right.
Is it confirmed that Paul Hall will take up a role? I wasn't sure if I heard that earlier.
Yeah, they said it came on the radio.
Oh, no, that's good then.
Yeah, they said it came on the radio.
That's a good look, because I think Whitmore need the help. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone agree on that. Everyone
he need more coaches around him that are professionals.
Mm-hmm. JFC, weren't you the one saying that the same thing as well? Or it was Alex? Not every eligible player is easy to find on the internet. Agree. Football, it will have specific reference to the design of the role, specific practice and pattern, recognition and modern trend. That's good. And if we're going to implement those things, it means that we're going to go into the technological aspect of the football, where everyone is at right now, using the statistical based analysis of players with the eye test, because you can't just use the eye test some of them. You can see a player that really, really good on the pitch, but yet still he's not racking up the numbers. He's not racking up any numbers. So he looks technically good. He looks quick. He can score a goal. But when you check it out, he has like 4 goals in like 40, 50 appearances. For example, Timo Werner has scored like 1 goal in the last 21 appearances in the Premier League. And people might say that stupidness, but go and check it for yourself. So he looks good. He has all these assists. But he's a striker. He's not scoring.
Look good in whose opinion? Timo Werner.
He looks good. He's a technical player. He's a very, very technical player.
Not when it comes to finishing. He has everything else except the finishing.
Max John, thank you for coming in. Max John said everyone should drop a like on live. I think at this point I should at least have 40 likes. I do believe I should at least have 40 likes. I do believe that I should at least have 40 likes.
Come on, guys. Don't move so cheap with the likes.
Mr. Devon, what's up?
Good now. What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm here, man. I'm pretty good. You?
I'm good. We're here vibing, you know?
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, what I say, Pagba.
Man, I take the military big boss.
What you call it, Pagba?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Him no know some a general. Him no know some a general. Him no know some a general.
Pagba, no man, they name are too big for you, man. Give one smaller name. Tell one name to give. I'm can't name to give.
What name?
We can't find out one baller or represent.
No, he's decent. The only problem with him.
I'm making Kai Havertz.
Listen, he's a decent player.
Yeah?
The only problem with him is his fitness. He will never come to training to train.
The Jamaican mentality supporter.
Yeah, but he's not a bad player.
Huh? He's not a bad player.
No, he's not a bad player.
Foreign nice, man. You can't, training.
Discipline.
Hey, you see that Mr. Porter, I went to Canada for 1 month, right?
Yes.
I went to Canada, weighing about 177. I'm going to come back from leave.
Yeah.
And for the fitness test, I mean, a problem. The commanders, them out to get at me.
Yeah.
One boy about 210 when we come back.
Oh, man.
Majority
good life.
Majority of the time you're the inside because outside you know the situation. So
cool.
That's the reason, you know what I mean?
And now it's worse because it's COVID, so you know.
COVID and everything.
So,
anyway, I just want to say something.
Yeah.
Any of the players that you see played in that US game,
mm-hmm.
some of them might have their passport already,
mm-hmm.
and some of them might be close to getting their passport.
Okay.
But any one of those players you see playing that game, the process is being expedited. So
okay, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah.
DJ, you were the one that said that it was Alex.
No, Primo.
Oh, it's Primo. Okay. Yeah. So let me run through some of the comments again. Ian said Redmond wants to play for Jamaica. Tony and Oldgate are waiting to hear the hero squad before committing to Jamaica. And I won't blame them. Honestly, I won't blame them because if I should honestly put myself in the position that I can represent England versus Jamaica, it would be very, very difficult for me to say I will represent Jamaica. It will be very, very difficult. I am going to be honest. I'm definitely going to be honest. It'll be very, very difficult. And because when you look at England, the opportunities representing England comes with it gives you a larger broadcast. Because look at many times Jamaican play some friendlies against Bermuda and these teams, and it's not even here live. So a lot of places don't see it. But once England is played, BB Sports, CNN, all these large sporting networks are going to hear the game live. Doesn't matter who they're playing. And even the small teams that they're playing against get the opportunity to be seen on the big stage. So they play against Haiti. And for some reason, one particular ball on Haiti decided that he wanted to turn it up and trash even score a trick. I can tell you, the world knows about him now. So
okay, let me say something about Redmond and Tony.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I spoke with Martin, which is Tony's agent, they asked me to hold off a bit because of Brentford want to qualify for the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna be an automatic qualifier.
No.
But they're gonna be in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So if the player asks for that, you have to give him that.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of in terms of Redmond, I got a message from his mother yesterday that he's looking about his documents.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's getting all the paperwork ready so they can do their stuff. That's the last thing I know, and that was yesterday.
Oh, okay, that's nice. And that is good. That is really good.
In terms of Lewis Baker, I spoke to his agent about 3 weeks ago, and on Monday just gone, he messaged me that he would have called me. He messaged me in the morning, Monday morning, and said he would call me in the afternoon, and I haven't heard from him yet. Okay. So I don't know what's the hold up. But I am in return. I sent Lewis Baker a message on his Instagram page last night. Hopefully he will reply to me. I spoke to Liam Moore, and Moore says he haven't heard anything from him. As a matter of fact, they're not in contact, because I asked him, can you reach out to him for me and let me know if he's all right and everything is fine, because it's COVID, anything can happen.
Yeah, agreed.
So that's where it's at. I am not saying that these guys are holding out for England. Mason Holgate, right now Mason Holgate is probably, I would say, 85% thinking Jamaica right now. Because when I did the interview last year, was it August, September, about those 4 players, he was one of them, and he met with Southgate, and he asked Southgate, what plans do you have for me in England team? And the answer wasn't forthcoming. So this is the reason why I know he's leaning towards Jamaica. Now, Everton been playing good. You never know that he might think he can get into the England side. But bonus to him if he gets in the England side, because he's a good player. But if he does not get into the English team, he might not be in Jamaica's Gold Cup team, because we don't know if time will warrant for him to get his documents. But if time is on his hand, he will certainly warrant a call from Jamaica. But I think he might be in the World Cup team.
How old is he now, Devon?
He's 24, I think. 23, 24.
Okay, good age.
Yeah, man, he's a good age, and he's a top defender. As a matter of fact, I don't know why he's not playing for England. And even what's his name from there's politics going on in the English team.
Yeah, man. I'm looking in the fridge.
No, but
look at Newcastle defender Jamal Lascelles.
Yeah,
Lascelles.
He's one of the top defender in England. Why can't he get in the English team?
Also, Mings.
Yeah,
coach,
why
there are
can't
many defenders. There are many defenders.
It's a team, coach.
That's why, man.
It's a team, coach.
Because of the team, because when you look at the English team is only made up of the top 6.
True. 1 and
The
2
English
might
team,
escape, like you have to be super ordinary, like the Greenish.
That is the reason why I'm telling you that if what's his name even score 40 goals this season, he won't be in the England team.
Who?
Tony.
No, but he's playing in the championship. They don't know.
He has to be. Listen,
from the championship.
He has to. Yeah, they did it already. They probably maybe
Phillips,
on 2 occasions. Yeah, maybe on 2. Kevin Phillips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Kevin Phillips.
But they're not gonna pick the striker from the championship. They're not.
It's hard.
The striker is different because they have many strikers doing well. They have Calvert-Lewin, they have Ali Watkins, Harry Kane, Rashford. They're not gonna pick them.
Yeah, but you got to look at it. If Patrick Bamford from Leeds is not in the team, why is Tony gonna be in the team?
Exactly. He's not gonna be in the team.
Yeah, it won't be in the team.
He don't have Premier League experience.
You know?
Even though you have potential, they want to see you in the Premier League.
In the top league.
As
in
a
the
striker.
top league.
Other positions are different, but as a striker, if you're not going up against the best defenders, they can't use the championship to gauge your talent. So
Mr. One comment here. Mr. One comment here more. Seldon White said Mr. Hall is good at developing players. He played a major role in Ize's career. That's Ize at Crystal Palace. Yes, it's not the first one as well. There's quite a few players that I've heard that he has developed their career and made them move on to the bigger stage. So there's so many young players in Jamaica. Look at Atari McGee, and also finding it quite difficult to cement himself in a team. Joshua Hanglin just recently got himself in a team as well. Even the one that I interviewed earlier, Miss Grass Boss himself. These guys are finding it difficult to find himself in a team abroad. I think that with this man coming in, with the mindset that he has and what the quality that he's bringing in, I think he's going to make open a bit the floodgates, they would say, for these players to make that move into the European teams. Maybe not the top tier league, but the European team.
Military. Yeah. I think the players, the local players, they need to get better agents. Not just some agents don't care about the players, they just care about money. You know what I mean? But in a Maggie case, we have the coach. In a Maggie case, the agent just drop him off down a UPN or whatever the team name. Yeah? Him not down there with him I make sure say him get game time or him never initially instill something in the contract, a clause in the contract where state say, yo, you have to make sure say he play at least 15% of the games. So he would be guaranteed to play. So the agents, I think the agents have something to do with it. They just want money. They just want money. They don't care about the players' welfare. You know what I mean? You can't just leave a young player at 20 in a Belgium when he knows no one in Belgium.
Pogba,
Pogba,
listen, let me say something to that. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, if you're a footballer and you're supposed to be the top young talent in your country, when you go off to all these foreign countries to play football, they expect you to come there and work hard. So if you see a player in the team that you think you're better than, make sure you train twice as hard as him.
Yeah.
Because the coach will see you. Somebody will see you. Twice as hard as him. Make sure you be the first one and the last one come off at the training pitch. And you gotta work your ass off. Look at Shamanicas. Why you think he's getting playing time? Because he know what he's about.
Yeah.
He has to go there and work.
Shamanicas other history in Europe. That's different.
Let me tell you something about Jamaican players. I'm from the product. You understand? Born, bred Jamaica. You understand? We too lay back. Listen. The way we train the players in Jamaica. Is too laid back. Okay, I remember 2018. I brought Demario Phillips from Portsmouth United to come here to play with us in League One. Pogba was there. He can tell you. And when Maro came here, Maro was a good player, but he approached the game at a lethargic way. And we incorporated and changed the way how he operates. First of all, I limit his touches. I limit his touches in training to 1 and 2. Okay? I don't want him to touch the ball 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Okay?
Look at this, Mr. Porter. No, we in Jamaica, we have this mentality that we are star ballers, so we come and change when we feel like we do what we want, right? No, if we should analyze the actual star baller, then the likes of Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, these guys, they train every single day. They turn up on training accurate as possible. These guys train like their life is depending on it. So,
but that's their life.
That means no. the mentality of us, we don't take football as serious as we say we do.
There's a cultural difference. Not only football, how many Jamaicans take life serious and a whole? It's not only football. The culture need to change.
That's
it's not only football, you know, brother.
That too.
I agree.
And everything is handed to them. You know, everything is handed to them. I'm pretty much sure this is the first time this kid live on his own and have to fend for himself.
Exactly.
His mother is not there to hold his hand and take care of him and wash him clothes and all those things.
And that's why I blame the agent. That's why I blame the agent.
Someone comment in, please. Or expatriatic kids and grandkids need to realize England, America, etc. Association may be home, but they don't appreciate it like your roots. That's true. America, I don't even want to say. I think all of them got the passport. That's the first step in process. Then the citizenship. Delano said, let me run through some. David Nicholson, Moore has his passport low. All of them played versus USA. Well,
no, you cannot get a passport before you process a citizenship. No, make anybody tell you that.
Okay.
But cool.
I think maybe that's before you said. So that we're kind of a bit laid back on it. So that's what I want to run in the chat.
You have to be a citizen first before you can apply for your passport.
But coach, why is the process so long though? Because why is it so long? I don't understand. To get a
because it has to go through certain channels. It will take you probably up to 2 months. It depends. And what, let me tell you what need to happen. When the papers are filled out, the documents are filled out, they need to get the documents proofread, make sure all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. Because one little mistake on it can extend the process, hold up the process.
Yeah. Can be fraud.
And you gotta make sure you get all the necessary documents. If it's your grandfather is Jamaican, you have to get his birth certificate and possibly his passport. You have to get your father's birth certificate and some form of ID, passport, driver's license if you're in England, and so forth, and your documents as well. And you have to make sure everything is right. And also, I think one of the criteria is that your father's name must be on your birth certificate. So if it's not on your birth certificate, you have to get that on your birth certificate. Okay? You have to probably contact some, maybe some lawyer or ombudsman, somebody, to get that incorporate in your birth certificate before
somebody just make a valid point. Andy McNally, he said, when we're speaking about capping players, he said, I get your point about regarding representing England over Jamaica. But on the flip side of things, they must be cognizant of the fact that England may very well cap them and just don't play them for the rest of their career.
And that's what I don't agree with. I think FIFA should do something about that.
Well, England, I can tell you something. Maitland Niles.
Exactly. I was gonna mention him.
That happened when I did that video about Maitland Niles, Calvin Phillips, Mason Holgate, and Greenwood. Garrett won and he capped all of them instead of only one was Holgate who didn't get capped because Holgate asked him the question. If I play for England, if I commit to England, how much playing time will I get? Okay, and he couldn't answer the kid. Now, what's his name? Run go play for England. How much time you think he gonna play for England?
Oh, Niles, he's not gonna play again.
He's not at Arsenal anymore. Where is he now?
West Brom.
West Brom.
West Brom. West Brom a fight for them life.
No, but he's been playing well. He's been playing well.
They must sell him this year.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go to a mid-table team like Leicester, Everton.
Which team?
Leicester, Everton.
Which Leicester City?
One of them team. Them. Just one of them team. Them.
He's not gonna get into any of those teams.
Yeah, of course he can. He have the capabilities.
He has the capability, but
lazy.
Because the reason why he was basically suffering at Arsenal is because he wanted to play
midfield
in the central midfield, but Arsenal wanted to play him at right back because he showed a lot of potential.
But he's not a central midfielder. He's a wing back or a winger.
right
Yeah, but he
midfield.
wanted to play central midfield.
Well, that
That's what he's
guy,
playing at West Brom.
he have a lot of potential on the wing back, but I don't know why he want to play midfield.
Here's what's happening. Him come through the youth system as a CDM
Yeah.
or on the flank, but he
CDM.
want to play CDM. But here what me I say. When you at a team like Arsenal, you get in where you can fit in, brother.
Exactly. I don't understand.
Man, I agree.
As an observer, he seems to have a concentration problem and a work rate problem.
True. He's too laid back. He's too laid back. Yeah.
Listen.
He's very talented.
Yeah, he's talented. Let me tell you something. I play players on merit. And if I play you one time in a central midfield and I see that you warrant to play in a central midfield, I will play you there. But if you're not warrant to play in there, it's a critical area in the field.
No, but coach, I saw him playing midfield once and got the man of the match for versus Man United.
Twice.
Yeah,
So
Twice.
I think he can play in the midfield because he did it against Man United.
He can, but the level
versus Pogba, the man, he got man of the match. So.
Do you think he can perform?
He can play there, you know. He can play there, you know. But can he play there day in, day out?
He can if he
That's the thing.
If he mold down him head and work hard, he can.
He must earn it.
Mr. Porter.
Yeah, man.
You like to talk. You said, I think this is not the first time you hear say something like that. That you play your players off merit.
Yeah, not name.
I like idea. What do you think about the Super League, the new league that they come up with? What's your idea about it? What do you think? Because my idea is that it takes away the merit of the top teams entering into a competition, working to enter into a competition, and give them free pass. What's your idea of it?
Them come from mashup football.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was not for it.
I don't think that's their intention.
I come because they have because all the big teams they have all this money.
Mm-hmm.
The money was being channeled into one area, and they will take away all the money from the federation because that money that will from the league that will go in the federation. When you look at a Liverpool, day in day out, that stadium full.
Yeah.
Where's that money gonna go? The federation won't get nothing from that. So the federation cannot allow them to break away.
Can I say
That's
something?
why the federation asks FIFA to put pressure on them to make that not happen.
Yeah, even the government have to get involved as well. Because we have to businesses. Yeah,
go ahead.
To follow up on what you said, Devon, is TV rights. UEFA, them forget the money through the TV rights through UEFA. And it's just as simple as cutting out the middleman.
The middleman.
If you are going directly to the TV rights, because I did a thing on it as well. You know. They might look for triple the money when we make in the Champions League. You know. You understand? Is a thing where them are conditioned for this thing from a while now, because them give you this thing named the International Champions Cup every summer. If you look at it, the same teams that play in the International Champion Cups are going to be the same teams, or majority of them are going to be the teams that form the Super League.
The Super League, yeah.
You understand? It's the same set of people and we do that, instigate the Super League.
Yeah, I agree. I'm running to my comments here. Richard Stewart said, didn't Bramford turn on Ireland or England? Well, he wants to play for England right now. The agents are focused on the dollar, but the players must go show his quality. The agent do enough. No, but remember, as what DJ said, despite the agent must show his quality, you have to bear in mind that the agent also has to protect the player finances off the pitch, everything off the pitch. The agent have to ensure that he's going into the training with a well-set mind. The agent is like his father, grooming him to become a man. So he has to be there all the time to protect him, to keep all these type of media personals away from him as well, because they have to concentrate on what he has to do.
I think
finances, continue.
I think his agent did that, but I just have a feeling that he's not working hard enough because the kid talented,
Yes, he's talented.
Let me tell you what one of his weaknesses during the game, his defensive side.
That's his reason he's attacking midfielder. So
but guess what? Everybody have to defend at some point in time.
That's true.
Not because you're an attacking midfielder. You lose the ball and get beaten. You have to run back and trap back that man and fight for that ball.
That's
At
one of the
Messi.
reasons why Arsenal get rid of Ozil.
Hold on, look at Messi. The thing that Messi started doing in the game when he's getting older, he wasn't doing it when he was young.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
lose the ball and he have to trap back and run down that ball again. You understand? And fight feet again. This is how football is. But what? You lose the ball and you're going to stand up and scratch your head. Football is a game of mistake. You have to correct your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. So remember when someone comes real talk to the co-host, that's Mr. Potter, you would say we're too late. We are too late, but the culture is a bit too late back. Richard is Bramford getting in over Kane. Rashford, Watkins, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I can't see Bramford getting over these guys. Which star baller we have in Jamaica? None. I think we hype up some of our baller too much, but some of the time we have to relax and analyze these players because even today I was searching for some players because on a day-to-day basis I search for the players to see if I can catch their game. So all even West Hard and all these persons, I'm checking all these guys to ensure that I'm on top of these games. So I was looking at it and realized that even Daniel Johnson was left out of the squad. Casey Palmer got about 5 minutes game. So these players are not getting sufficient game time actually at this moment, and they're crying out for it because they want to make the Gold Cup squad. They also want to make the World Cup qualifying squad. But the likes of Jamal and even Leondale, these guys are actually performing week in, week out. So I'm keeping a keen eye on them. Let me run through some more of the comments and then we can continue again. Richard Stewart says, schoolboy football can't be professional football. Jim said, true. Unseen sports, well, as schoolboy football, I do the work for the clubs them right now. Yeah, look at Cavaliers, one of the youngest team in the Premier League. Local coaches put these players on pedestal and make them feel like them a big baller. When them leave Jamaica, them can't adjust to the international standard, which is discipline, cohesiveness, understanding, and also the biggest factor, tardiness. You have to be present on time for your job. You have to be present. Punctuality is a must. Whoa, so much comment, man. Schoolboy coaches are building most of these talents. True, that is very much true. We can't get rid of schoolboy coaches. Ismet definitely has a concentration problem. A lot of AFC players learned behavior. Yeah, well, he's lazy. Kwan B, big up, thank you for coming in. UEFA want to destroy the players. They want to push more games without increasing money. But the billionaires want to just influx money and take money away from it. And then we're going to lose the quality of football. Stop me, brother. I beg Super League was more corrupted than FIFA and UEFA. The problematic owners running the whole league. My problem with the new sport that was coming is that the owners, the sport was driven by billionaires, not by footballing heads. FIFA was driven by footballing heads. Yes, they love money and they grab as well, but they were also driven by footballing knowledge, footballing heads, people that knows football, know about the longevity and importance of longevity. Know when you have a Stan Kroenke, the Glazers, all these owners, one of these owners came in his own club and sit in the stand and ask someone next to him, what color is this club wearing? He has no idea. Run it, DJ. Run it. I see. Run it, man.
Unmute.
Mute.
Let me give you a different perspective.
Yeah.
Because most people been saying the owners are greedy. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Players been making multiple millions from the game, yeah? The only people who don't make millions from the game are the owners. But nobody said nothing about that. But now the owners.
Why do you think the owners don't make millions?
Why would you say that?
Because they don't. You want to check it? Check how much money the owners take from the club. Check it. You can check it online.
All right. Let me tell
check
you.
You can't say
No, but
Arsenal Football Club was used to fund and build LA Rams club.
No. That's not accurate. Military.
Where did they get the money from?
That's not. What do you mean where them get the money from? Them get loans. The owners got loans.
When you take a loan?
Collateral, yeah.
What is the collateral?
You don't know if he use Arsenal as his collateral. You don't know that. You don't know that. But the fact is, you can check online and see how much money the owners take from the club.
first thing first, you will never see the
check online.
Yeah, but
you can't check that online for us.
Yes, they will not show that.
Hold on.
Yeah, you can.
You see, since last year, when Stan Kroenke took over Arsenal fully, look at things where he could have stayed, could have check online, He doesn't have to publish that information anymore if he doesn't want to.
No, because he does.
He owns that business in entirety now.
Yes, but check other clubs. Roman Abramovich, how much money did he make from Chelsea?
Yeah, Roman Abramovich is a different owner. That's why hold on, can I finish? That's why I say you cannot say owners. You have owners that invest in clubs, and you have owners who basically them leech off of clubs. You understand?
The
owner is the same. Let me show you an example. Look at how the Russian brother taking money out of Arsenal and go to Everton, and look at the difference that it makes.
Usmanov.
Different approach from different ownership. You understand? So not every case is the same. You have certain owners who now make the money, and you have certain owners who are scrape everything where them can get.
But majority of the owners are not taking money from the club. That's my point.
You think
but you cannot say that they are greedy because it's their club and they want. What if they want to go in a different direction and they see the market and they want to capitalize?
You can find the similarities of the owners the American owners, the clubs that have.
Do you think they invest because they're nice?
Yeah. I know. They have the capital. They can sell it in the future, and that's when they're gonna make the money.
DJ,
because they're building up the value of the club.
Look at
that's how they're gonna make the money.
No, about football, them know dollars.
Yeah, exactly. But them now make no money right now off of the club, but the club is stacking up. So when they decide to sell, that's when they're gonna get the big payday. But not here.
Hold on. You see, certain business, even if it now have money coming into the door, the level of investment that business is. Yeah. It continues to grow and continue to multiply in value.
Yes.
And especially something that's a big brand like a football club. You understand? So when a man tell you say, yo, sure, they must suffer because of COVID-19. But bruh, they will survive. The governments in Europe now gonna make football fail. It's a major tourism attraction.
Yeah, I agree.
They will get relief.
Look on this way as well.
And not only that, they might not be making they might not be making the money that they used to make before. But
that is the problem.
They probably making 15% less than what they're making before. But they're still making a whole lot of money. Because right now everybody's at home to watch TV and watch football. Television rights is big.
And that is what they're fighting for right now. And look at this. Arsenal owner, when he purchased Arsenal, he said out of his own mouth, he did not buy Arsenal to win trophies. He bought Arsenal to fund the rest of his business. Listen,
it's an investment.
It's an investment. Look, you said the owners don't get the direct money from the club. And I'm telling you this. Even if they don't get the direct money, because the club is running off a self-sustainable model. But each dollar the club makes, it goes into a bank. That bank is under the owner's name. That is where the bank, because the owner does not have any responsibility to spend back a dollar in the club, because the club is financing itself, controlling all the management, paying all the players. But at the end of the day, there's always money that spill over. I don't believe that the owner you're going to control that business, and your members of your business making more money than what you're supposed to make out of the business. I don't think so.
That's military. One thing may I ask, why is it so bad for the owners to make money from their own investment?
All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
But that's why.
That's why they go in business to make money.
Because the outrage, people are saying them greedy. People are saying them greedy and this. I not agree with the Super League thing,
Let me tell you what
take out the competitiveness out of football.
But and that alone, let me tell you what going on. Look on this. In the world of football, right? Football, for you to love the sport, it has to be on merit. So look at it. Manchester City is going to win the trophy, right? But yet still, when Brighton or Fulham in a relegation zone, fighting, scrapping to come out of relegation zone, face Manchester City on the last given day, Brighton need 1 point or 3 points to escape the relegation zone, and they're facing the league champions. And on that day, they beat the league champions to escape, even though the league them still are going to win the league. Then beat them and escape the relegation. Now, think about the fans. How does the fans feel about that? That they escape the relegation. So you're taking away that self-fulfillment feeling away from the fans. That is what we love football for. Yes, every club wants to win trophy. Every single club wants to win trophy. But if you keep on getting up a win trophy every single year, you're going to feel rhetorical. Like, okay, yeah. It's going to start feel.
No, I don't think so. You really think if Arsenal win every year, you're going to feel bad about that military, honestly?
Maybe.
No. Don't say that, man. Mood the man Arsenal win every single year. No, brother.
Let me experience it.
You think the Man City fans, them upset say Pep win the trophy every other year or every year?
No, but I don't want every single week we have El Clasico. We have El Clasico this week, next week. We don't want these big teams.
Nothing wrong with it, man.
No, man. Listen, DJ, it will get bored. It will get bored.
In that aspect, big teams playing big teams, nothing wrong with that.
But you don't want to see too often.
It's not going to be boring. I don't think it's
Gona.
But military.
Listen to this. Pogba. How you think football in England would be if Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City all go to the Super League?
No,
you're going Spain, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico, Valencia, and all those clubs gone to the Super League.
Dead.
What would you expect happen to them league? Them league dead. Them league that look like Jamaica league.
Coach, can I say a thing?
Go
participate in the domestic league, you know.
Yeah.
I just the Champions League, them no want to play.
Exactly. But look at this, brother.
Because they want night every season.
Look how I find it hypocritical. But I watch English game damage every other league. English league damage.
Which league?
English league damage every other league.
How?
In terms of.
What?
Viewers, fans.
No, but remember.
Right, look at this. Majority of people in the world watch the English league. Remember, Italian league was the most popular league at one point. And why you think the English league suck with every fan's running and a TV deal and everything?
All right, let me show you.
Because them enhance and them league and start bringing top players from foreign countries.
The language now nothing to do with it. Why you think? Why you think the team that win the championship make more money than Bayern Munich will win them division?
Because the money in the league.
You think that fear?
No, the money in the league.
You know what's a Norwich City? I go get more money than Bayern Munich this season.
Because the English team have the money. The league have the money.
I know, it's not.
But I talk about fairness. I know say them have the money. Why them have the money?
So my question is, it's not Premier League fault why?
And that's the same thing.
You think it's Premier League fault why nobody now watch? We must have Bundesliga here on TV as well, no?
Of course, it's their fault. They pump money. They pump billions and billions of dollars. That's right.
People know, bro. The first set of league them start here was actually done Ireland and them places. I have seen in league start here long before English league. But guess what? Because English league start bringing black players them like Arsenal.
I think that's not the reason. Money. A Sky Sport do it, man.
Well, yeah, but Sky Sport, which part of Sky Sports owner them come from?
England, probably.
I just thought BBC Sports, Sky Sports, NBC Sports, BT Sports. Well, BT Sports, I think that's Spanish. But then sports, they bought them something they built early. But all of them from England, so they manipulate the money from them the time there. So we have to respect that. But yes, still Arsenal league they have it. So why is that? Why you choose to support Arsenal? What makes you support Arsenal?
Me?
Yeah.
Thierry Henry, man, personally, exactly. Because the money I play up.
Exactly. But guess what? No. How you get to see Thierry Henry play? You see?
Yeah, so you never see money. You ever see money come much? with Tyrion.
No.
You never see a man come watch with Tyrion, you know?
You see?
We never see
And
it.
that me tell you, so I wish I would see it because we go across, when I look, you see my uncle watch Arsenal and Manchester United. He must support Man U, you know. But when in calm, he comes down and say, boy, I can watch big team play. That he said to me, you know. And just as though I sit down, Arnie busting it. I mean, I say, I put the ball at it. And that's how come I start for Arnie. And me just get chopping at the Arsenal shop. Me sorry. But you get knocked. You get knocked from early. Now, don't you some of the comments,
I understand what I say still, but you know.
Yeah. Blows and stress so far. Super Soccer League was a monopoly, not work for money, not to work for money and achievements, not football. It was them for turning football into soccer. NBA, NFL, NBA. That's not true because I see them system them that implement. Glazers are known to take money from Manchester United. Yeah, we did say that. Soccer clubs owners don't make money.
They are Americans. They love money.
Yes,
Yeah,
man. You can imagine them turn football in a quarter. Every 30 minutes they finish and you have a half-time break, you have a break, and you have people come out with the pom-pom and something.
That's not football.
It's about viewership.
That's not football.
Right. So even who don't watch football, I'm going to look on it just because they want to be at half.
But Dan Perez say more reduce the time too. Dan Perez look like him cheap.
No, that is what we are going to. We're moving out, and then now, guess what going to happen now? Them are going to say now, more people are playing FIFA. So they could just stop playing football and start concentrate all of the finances into FIFA because understand everybody. So when you keep around the money, follow the money, you're gonna just follow yourself not deep because you stop thinking about longevity. You're thinking about no.
But military, you know one of the other reasons why I think them do it because FIFA are rob up the money. Them not distribute the money fairly. So
why
that is also then you know, see the club them come out and say it, man. FIFA, you know, see FIFA president. When him Kafrid Awadi, you know how much money man make for the year in a pandemic, him raise him one salary.
Yeah, look at it. You know the reason Barcelona in a 850 million pound debt. Real Madrid in a 950 million pound debt. Remember saying that them orchestrate this thing, you know. Juventus in a debt, Arsenal in a debt, Liverpool in a debt. So and Tottenham in debt. So these are 5 major clubs with big money in a debt. Notice the teams that will pull out last. The first 2 teams that pull out are the two the richest owners then, which is Manchester City and Chelsea. Because guess what? They realize the uproar, so they say, all right, this don't make no sense. And we can't afford to lose all our fans them. We just again are doing this recent time being because of money, and we already have money. No.
So
we're look at leeway because they want the Champions League and Super League every season. They get them buying to it and they get every season. They get the money every season. So then come out and then financial debt and they all right. You run a club poorly, you pay a fee, you lose spot in the Premier League and you get relegated if you run a club poorly. I think that is the way it should go.
True.
Merit, as we support merit.
And Guna.
Yeah.
Do you believe that these clubs are in debt?
Well, the bank statement to them publish states to them that, but I don't.
All right, let me tell you how a business runs.
All right, go on.
Let me tell you how a business runs. A business run off of bank money. They take the money from the bank and run the business. Whatever money you see Arsenal collect from the stadium, television rights, don't go against us setting the loan. You know that?
Yeah.
It goes in a different bank, in an offshore banking, where they put that money in to get interest. So when they run their audit at the year, fiscal audit at the year, it's gonna show them to a loss.
Yeah.
But not necessarily mean that they're broke and they're in debt. Because at some point in time, if the club is supposed to go into receivership, that money, the club can't claim that money because it runs as a different entity.
Agree.
But that it does not mean that they can't pay off the loan. They can't pay off the loan because the money is somewhere else.
Because the longer the loan going, I less money than pay. The Super League might remember to some of my comments because we far back. The Super League might have worked, but Florentino Perez was not the right guy to run it. You want to reduce the length of matches, change his rules, etc., etc. And the first thing when I realized something was wrong, Arsene Wenger And Alex Ferguson came out and said, don't do it. No, we might say Arsene Wenger and Alex Ferguson don't know anything. But what the first thing I know Arsene Wenger is money and balancing books, running a business. Arsene Wenger is known for that. And football is known for that.
That's yours.
Then now you have Alex Ferguson, known for football as well. These guys know how to run a football club. These guys know how to get involved. And then now when you look at the persons that they are saying no to, their previous employees, they work for them and they're telling the clubs no. They work for the Glazers, they work for Stan Kroenke because they know the intention that these guys have. These guys have no direct love for the sport. They have no love for the sport. They want to maximize profit. And if it's killing the sport, they will maximize profit because it's their longevity in the long run. And then they turn around and sell the clubs to other owners when it's already in debt. And then no left us as fans to suffer. I want you somewhere comments. Kwanbi, big up Kwanbi. Some owners make money. Members, remember the club have a myriad of sponsors, big money contract deals. Agree. I think 99% of the football fans are satisfied with the Champions League every season. I personally love that tournament. And yes, everyone loves that tournament. We don't need to see these big teams playing every single week. Yes, it sounds fun, but after a while, I think you might get a bit of... You will see one day Rich and Manchester City playing Barcelona, and you're like, oh, I watched it last week, so maybe I can assume the result. You lose that drive for it. KC built a $6 billion off an Arsenal name. Get the money and leverage. One day said, and remember, clubs put out stocks and allow fans to have ownership. That is also more money. Really hard. And truly, Stadium fee is the only loss as TV rights have grown. I agree. And we should think about the 50+1 system where the fans have a big take in the club as well. The owners only wanted money to make more money. Flo King, big up. So Tony is a Jamaican. Not as yet. He's Jamaican heritage, but not as yet. He'll soon be the national of the Jamaican nationality. What caused the outrage is that the Super League would have 6 teams. There is no opportunity for other small teams to get into the Super League. So, for example, we have 6 fixed teams from the Premier League. And in the case that Leicester City should win the league, do they get a position in the Super League? I don't.
Probably. Hear what I'm saying. They must select 5 additional teams per merit. Mm-hmm. We don't know what the merit is, though. In terms of how they would have said, boy, you qualify to be a part of the Super League.
I think the merit is more financially.
Performance winning.
Yeah, but here what the problem is. The 12 teams, them can get relegated for 20 years. Arsenal and Manchester United.
Them are a pirate.
them are lucky in 20 years of TV money, right? So.
Yeah, them are a pirate.
All right, so I'm going to so did this guy say he wouldn't be bored? I think after a while it definitely would. This down to marketing. English league is more marketable. Agree. Bro, these men don't even know the players who play for clubs. This is a business. Got you. It's a business move. Money is the end game. So join and express your opinion. The other league are biased clubs. Spanish league televised more Barca and Madrid games than any other. Likewise in Germany. Bayern is prioritized. Every Bayern match is televised. Every single Bayern.
I argue with that though. Is what you want to see.
Yeah, what sell?
Yeah.
But the truth is, we want to see the big teams play, yes, but we don't want to see the big teams play each other every single week.
No.
Guna.
Military.
Yeah.
Can I suggest something?
Sure.
Let us create something in the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. The top two teams in every league. Top 2 in Jamaica, top 2 in Trinidad, top 2 in St. Vincent, top 2 in Barbados, top 2 in Guyana, and put them in our league and play a tournament with them. And see if CONCACAF and the JFF will allow you to do that.
All right, so look at this now, Mr. Porter.
Without their involvement.
Without their involvement.
Yeah,
will never happen.
I understand the part I don't know, but
and that is for development of football in the region, and they would never allow that to happen.
That's a mistake. But look at this, Mr. Porter. Look at this, Mr. Porter. So, I'm playing for. I'm playing for a small club, right? Right. Some may play. Oh yeah, as in it'll be like a CONCACAF Champions League, like the CONCACAF Premier League Champions League or something like that.
It would have to be CONCACAF. That is the point.
That's the point.
Champions League.
Yeah, and them have a CONCACAF Champions League, and we creating a league in the Caribbean. A pillar of the CONCACAF, called it the Caribbean Champions League. You think CONCACAF is gonna make that happen?
That would be a good idea.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea, but it's not gonna happen.
And those teams, like the top 4 teams, automatic position in the CONCACAF Champions League, and then now if they win the CONCACAF Champions League, you have the opportunity to at least go and play the Europa League playoffs. How that sound?
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen.
So the reason why I'm showing you guys this now, I'm showing you that at least even like a Bristol, say we have a Lindsay, say we have a team named Lindsay, right? Because we're from Lindsay. We work up to Division 1, we go to Major League, win Major League, we go to the Premier League and win the Premier League. Now we enter into the CONCACAF the Caribbean Champions League. We get the opportunity to fall in the top 4 for the Champions League. I put myself in a position now that I'm in that team. Then now we reach to the CONCACAF Champions League, and we get the opportunity to win the CONCACAF Champions League and find myself in Europe playing in the Europa League playoffs. So look at it. I'm coming from Lindsay in Jamaica to find myself all the way in Europe. That is a dream.
Yeah, but
a Super League.
That would remain a dream. Huh? Logistically, that's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
You'd have to move your team to Europe to play in the
Europa League.
I was actually trying to build a route. I'm actually trying to build a route. Going to it. Yes,
only way.
That's every league. That's every region have their own Champions League.
The only way that it will work is if
World
you do
Club Champion
tournament.
Huh?
Is if you do a summer tournament where the top 2 clubs from every confederation come and in a final location and they play each other, kind of like the International Confederations Cup. That's the only way something like that can work.
It's not a better idea. That is more viewership, because
it would garner interest. I would watch it.
Listen. I have a plan. And I'm gonna tell you guys the plan. And if you guys have the money to do it, because it's gonna take some money.
Who have the money?
I mentioned it. I suggested already to clubs in Jamaica and the Jamaica Football Federation. And I am doing it. I would like to do it because of football development is not any farmer way to benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
Teams go around the world to pre-season. Look at Jamaica. We have the most beautiful beach in the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. We have sunlight galore. The only thing we don't have is good fields. What we need to do is develop the playing surfaces in Jamaica to be standard. You can develop the Stadium East and some other clubs around it. Huh?
Onto the field at Trelawney. That would be
the field at Trelawney. Montego Bay. No. This is what I am proposing. Every year, you bring an English club, even if it's a championship club, a top championship club, an MLS club, the top Trinidadian club, the top club from probably Spain, or in the 2nd division of Spain, or Serie B, if you can't get Serie A. And what you do is that you assemble a Jamaican team, an under-23 Jamaican team.
Yes.
The top 30 best player in Jamaica, and pre-season against those 4 or 5 teams that's coming into Jamaica. I can guarantee you that every year I get a player out of Jamaica.
Yeah, exposure.
Or 2. Yeah. A year or 2.
English league markets the entire league, so opposed to just marketing big team. Yeah, that's true. Because we can watch even onto the League One.
Coach, I think.
No, let him go. Let him go.
Most of the big teams get their players from smaller teams. For example, Kante, Van de. Yeah, that's true. No, but that's actually capitalism in the footballing world. True. So if you run a small club into the ground, the football pyramid can't sustain itself. All these clubs are interdependent and the money trickles down to the lowest level. I agree. Yeah. Because tennis. So why would you buy a club to make money and greedy? The Super League was so stupid. Sorry. Well, you buy a team to make money, of course. So I'm starting to agree with that. Rich people don't send their money; they borrowed money. True. Tottenham is in £560 million debt. Big. So everybody see that is what I'm talking about. All these big teams are in some massive debt. Let me run through some more. Way back. Greece won the Euros in 2004, and that means a lot for them. Arsenal holds 420 million annually. Debt 150 million in debt. Wow. Sentiments of all the figures. 19 million out of debt. Government owes the Chelsea Football Club money. Woo! The Caribbean at one point had a Super League, and one is being proposed now. It's a good idea. Good idea. Approach them with it, unlike the cartel, cabal, billionaire. Come on, bro. They can't stress them like that. These guys run everything. FIFA run the World Cup, not Champions League. UEFA run the club and European football. So FIFA have nothing to do with clubs. Yeah, but FIFA came in as well. They did step in when they realized.
FIFA run football, brother.
Huh?
I will say that. FIFA run football. Who you think UEFA report to?
Yeah, FIFA run football.
FIFA is the governing body of world football.
Yeah. Well,
because Arsene Wenger, that's how Arsene Wenger can get up and
coach. You know what I find funny?
Mad.
You know what I find funny, coach? You see the pitches in Jamaica, they're not up to standard. Even the pitch, even the ball field in my neighborhood is better than every pitch in Jamaica. The ball field in my neighborhood, bro, I can tell you, better than every single pitch at Jamaica. Because I used to play at Jamaica. The best pitch I see at Jamaica I done a Sporting Central at one point.
My high school football field is comparable to stadium.
But not exactly. Not even the field in my neighborhood.
Which high school you go?
We go Hudson High School in upstate New York.
Okay.
Feel better every field.
I'm up for JC and part of a football field are dirt up there one at a time.
Yeah, the pitches are bad. I can't believe. So
you understand? Someone know the difference.
I don't think it's hard to fix the pitches. How can communities here do it so easily? The pitches are pristine, bro.
Okay, it's not hard because let me tell you why it's not hard. I do that in the summertime daily because I work with the city, and that's how we do field maintenance, and it's not hard. And I can teach them a whole lot about getting the fields up to standard. But if they're willing to listen, because you have to get special equipment. You need a machine called an aerate machine, and you need a verticutter. You know what a verticutter does? A verticutter cut grooves into the field to get the dead grass from the root up, and when it comes up, you have to either vacuum it off, rake it off, but you have to get it off. You can't allow it to dry on the field again because that's what makes the field so hard. Yeah. Because the field not getting enough oxygen. That's why you use the aerate machine to aerate the field so it gets oxygen. The field have to breathe. And the next thing again, they don't roll the field and they don't wet the fields. Okay.
Yeah.
And when they
finish.
And one thing that they do wrong is that when they cut the field and the clippings that leave, you cannot leave the clippings on the field because it's gonna wet and dry and become thatch. Yeah.
This I said, so we never want to see the underdog story, like when Wigan won the cup in 2014 and Birmingham won EFL Cup. Yeah, so for example, I think it was Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest won the FA Cup whilst in the championship, and they were playing Europa League whilst in the championship. That Super League would take those dreams away. We need those dreams. As much as we are football fans, I know we all love football, but the storyline behind us, our love for the club, has a lot to do with how we support the club. Right now, Arsenal is struggling, and we know that Arsenal is struggling, and we're going through a bad patch. But the storyline would be, if we were to win Champions League 2-3 years from now, the storyline would be how we were in a bad patch and we won the come and win the Champions League. How Liverpool went 30 years, then they win the Premier League, and how long they have won the Champions League. These are the storylines that gives you that feeling. You're waiting so long for that feeling of Europea. You don't want to come on.
But military. With that being said, I would still rather, me personally, I would rather see the bigger teams play each other. You see it? No, that's just my opinion. I would rather see. Because you watch the game today. You watch the game today with West Brom. You watch the game with Leicester, West Brom today. You watch it.
Watch it, man.
Oh, how many people watch it? How many people watch that game?
Eh?
How many people watch that game?
Not many people watch it, but you have to remember that. Arsenal, for example, like me, you have to watch every game, analyze every single game. Watch the West Brom game, also watch the Barcelona game. So I have to keep split screen, and then know that before I watch I watched something again before the Lewis Baker game before. The Lewis Baker game started a bit earlier, so I get to watch it. So
yesterday Lewis Baker play.
Yesterday Lewis Baker game, man.
How him look good now?
How
him look nice. He's nice, eh?
But I'm telling you, first thing I'm gonna say with him. Set piece specialist people. He's a set piece specialist.
Yeah. And pick it from anywhere, any foot.
Anyway, if it beat the press, that is what we need now in midfield. A player that can beat the press. Intricate turns and also knowing movement before and get it. I really like what I see. I was really, really impressed. Why did I mix up the game then? I mix up the days then. I watch too much football. Me need a break. But
you notice him true ball them. It's split defense.
I tell it really, really good. But one other thing I realize is that this is a box to box, but he predominantly play more defensively.
He's playing CDM.
Yeah, man.
Like CDM, yeah.
Listen, that's where he's playing for the team.
Yeah, in protect your back four really, really well.
You know the thing with Lewis Baker is wrong place, wrong time, both for club and country.
Yeah, I think so.
You understand?
Was right.
We get him, we're fortunate. This young man in England are under 21, brother. So it's not no ordinary local youth do that. You understand? You have to be a proper prospect, forget that.
Yeah, I agree.
If he was at another club, another Premier League club, he would be playing.
It's hard to get into Chelsea team, man. It's hard.
No, you don't understand why he's not at Chelsea.
Because Chelsea with many players, Chelsea.
You remember Chelsea has spent so much money on players.
Yeah.
And that's why they have to offload him and send him out on loan.
No, it's a part of their business model also to loan out players.
You understand?
That's what they do. They're smart.
But right now, he can get into that Chelsea team. I'm a Chelsea fan.
No, he can't get
you understand? He can't get in that Chelsea team.
No, sir, I don't think so. He can't get in the midfield right now.
Not the midfield, No, he's good, but I don't think he might get into the midfield.
He's going to be... No, I don't think so. Yeah, coach.
Kovacic, Kante.
Contract expired this year. You know?
Can't see that.
Contract expire?
I think some might expire.
What's the player
we could see him probably staying in Turkey.
Primo, what's the player that the recent report that he's going to get his passport?
Which one? Which player recently report?
They said, 30
Grant?
years old, man. It's an old player.
Anthony Grant.
Grant. Anthony Grant. His name Anthony Grant.
Anthony Grant.
I'm going to do scouting report on him right now. I'm going to check it and bring him up and make have a look at him. Because I'm close up, but have a look on him first.
His age, the JFF is going to look at his age as a factor. But
River Plate and Corinthians are playing right now, actually.
Hey,
he's an animal, eh?
Devon.
Yeah.
See them one spot where you can have a whole man still.
Hey guys, me have to jump right now.
Yeah, man.
Big up
man.
Take care, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, big up on the
Bless up, bro.
Yeah, man, definitely. All right, Papa, me call him.
Yeah. See them at one spot where you can have a whole head still.
Yeah, man. Listen, remember Peter Cargill?
Yeah, exactly.
33 years old.
Exactly.
You understand? You need somebody like that. You understand?
And him not have to play every game neither.
Listen. It's not his football why he's playing down there, so you know. It's not his football.
Yeah.
Just picture at Jamaica.
It's a Chelsea loan system, man.
You understand? Just picture at Jamaica.
Yeah.
He's a rude boy, you understand?
Okay.
You understand?
I'm going to
trust
some
me.
comments. AFC don't compete in the Premier League. They are no. So why would they compete in Super Soccer League? To get battered, we need remember every league needs a banter club, you know. And I think Arsenal will be the banter club for that league. We gonna play the Europa League in Championship in 2014 too. See, so we need those glorious moments. Football is quality itself in the Super. This Super would be worse than it's now. Players traveling 10 to 15 hours every 2 days, dragging from country to country. Whoa! And that's first. I'm actually somebody bring up that. That is actually the first I'm hearing.
No, it is the same format as the Champions League. It's not every 2 days. The same format as the Champions League in terms of once a week on a Wednesday.
That's true, but
so it's not every 2 days. Well, I guess if you have fly go, it would be the same schedule as now.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But because remember, you know, if they're going to play that, then withdraw from the European soccer something another and the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah.
So basically, they will be sidestepping the Champions League and still want to participate in the domestic league.
And let the other teams to participate in the Champions League. That would be harsh. So
yes.
So for Anthony Grant now. You see that the first thing when I was looking at the players, the first thing that I realized was his age. And I was really cognizant and iffy about age. As you guys said that an older player can play in the defensive position. But I'm really cognizant about age because we're looking to go to the World Cup, right? We want to build a project moving forward, not just to get players to fill the gap. So I'm looking at the age right now. You guys are seeing it good, right? Tell me if you're seeing it good. All right, Primo.
Yeah, man, it's good.
Okay. All right, so basically his heat map is showing how defensively he barely passes enters into the 18-yard box. So total played 30 games. He started 28 out of those. His strength is position and ground duels. No significant weakness. Shots and goals. He has 3 goals. Minutes per game 83. It means that he's playing a lot of games, a lot of minutes as well. So we have to give that, despite at age 33, playing all games like up to what is happening there. It's gonna come back up. I have no clue. So yes, so for him to be playing 83 minutes every game, it means that he has the durability in his legs. He has the durability in his legs. So scoring frequency pretty much low. Goals per game 0.1. That's low. 0.3 is a defensive midfielder. So I don't even need to be looking at that.
A few defensive midfielders score lots of goals.
Yeah. So I'm going to look on the most important part now, which is the passing, because the passing can tell you how he control the ball game, or he can turn over plays and all those type of things. So he have no 0 assists, but in total 52.5 touches every 90. So every 90 at least that he might get. Big chances created 0. I don't expect that as well. 0.2 key passes. Didn't expect that as well. But accurate passes per game, out of the 52 touches that he have, is completing 33.4 accurate passing. Using with a pass completion of 81%, which is very, very good. It's telling me that he's cool and calm under pressure, and he can actually drag the ball in those particular areas. So let me look at passes in his opposition half. 19.8 passes in the opposition half. In his own half at 88%. I think that should be a bit higher. What I can factor in for that is that this is actually in League One, where it's very, very physical. It's like a dog fight in that league. So that is the reason why passing ratio might be a little bit lower. But what I do know is that players from the League One, their attentiveness is a bit sharper. It's definitely a bit sharper because of how aggressive the league is in itself. Now, passing in the opposition half is 13.6 at 73% accuracy. That I believe is very, very high. That I believe is very, very high for the League One. Accurate long balls 3.8 at 64%, which means that he's completing more than half of his long balls that he's attempted. Chip pass 1.3 at 44%. Now let's get into his defensive stats, where this accumulates for his defensive ability. Now, interceptions per game, 1.3 per 90. Tackles per 90 is 1.5 as well. Possession one is 0.3. Huh?
There's where I beat Lewis Baker. A lot more.
Yeah, beat Lewis Baker on this. Dribble pass per game, 0.6. Clearance per game, 1.9. Error leading to shot, 0. Error leading to a goal, 0. And penalty conceded are all 0. So defensive stats for me, these look really, really well.
No, I'm tough, I'm solid.
Yeah. So let me look at the last piece of stats now. Successful dribbles, 0.2 at 63%. Total duels, 5.8. That is a lot. That is a lot for going. That is a lot for per 90. At 60%. Total ground duels 3.9. That is a lot as well at 63%. Very, very high ground duel succession rate. I see these are actually defensive stats. To be honest, defender stats. These are normal defender stats. But as a midfielder racking up these type of stats, it means that he's likely someone that can put in the defense as centre back as well.
As a matter of fact, he's playing centre back for him club right now because the centre back got injured.
Oh yeah, you see, and I've never seen him play. Just that is why I tell people that these stats are really, really vital. So you can use this.
I'm really impressed by what you say in terms of thinking of constructing a midfield.
Yeah,
I don't even have to be either or either. It could be both.
Yeah. I do. When you look on DJ and Casey Palmer, right? DJ, Casey Palmer, even Lambert. Them are midfielder now. We know that they can play in a defensive midfield right now, but they are predominantly box to box. They do whole for defensive work, but they are box to box. Now, can you imagine have a stone crusher like this and have those two players working the rest of the midfield?
Then you see the best out of DJ.
Yeah.
I've watched DJ. I've watched DJ and DJ. When I like about DJ, one of the things I like about DJ. His ability to find space. He's very, very calm on the ball and his ability to find space. I like that as a central midfielder. When we watch DJ play, we know that when he's going to play in our midfield, he's going to create that time and space and can retain possession. That is important in how football is played nowadays. If you want to retain possession, you have to have the central midfielder that knows how to retain possession. That is the reason why Chelsea plays a player like Jorginho. He's not the best attacking wise, but retaining possession, he's one of the best in Premier League. Granit Xhaka, Fernandinho, Jorginho.
Yeah, man, you have to have players who can break up plays and
retain and keep possession as
well. And keep it
turnover, create a lot of turnovers. So possession loss 9.2. That is very, very good. Fouls. So he committed 1.1 foul per 90, which is good, which means that he knows how to tackle. This is telling me that he knows exactly how to tackle. If you're playing defensive midfield and you only commit 1 foul every 90.
5.8 duels. Oh, the 5.8 duels per match with 1 foul.
With 1 foul. With 1 foul.
That's 6 duels per match with 1 foul.
With 1 foul. Can you imagine that? Tell me now. It means that this man knows to win possession. And based off his passing accuracy, when he wins possession, he's passing off the ball cleanly as well. So these are very, very, very good. Look at it. He's fouled more than how he fouls people. He's fouled 2.5, which is telling you that when he wins possession, he controls the ball, and then people normally throw him over. And maybe he's one of those type of players, that loves to get himself in between the man and the ball and actually get the foul.
It shows him busy, work rate.
All right, so look at this now. So he played a total of 30 games, right? And he only have 3 yellow cards. And he's a defensive midfielder, getting in so much tackles. He's a clean tackler. He's a clean tackler. I always tell people that when you look at these stats, stats don't line up. These things don't line up. You can take so much away from these stats. He's never received a red card. If you have a defensive midfielder that is winning so much percentage of tackles, is not fouling anyone close towards the 18-yard box, and also creating all these transitional play. I'm telling you, you have a good defender in front of you.
Zaka.
Huh?
Him tired than Zaka.
Maybe it's a Thomas party. So because let me get run through this. So may I close out the show now? We go by 2 hours. Primo, thank you for coming on. Thank you very much for coming on. It was fun to have you here talking with you. Really, really.
Yeah, man. No problem. Anytime.
So people, thank you very much. Viewers, everyone that is tuned in. Let me take this off the screen. I don't want you guys to see that small You guys can see our face good. So thank you very much, people, for coming in. I really respect everyone that tuned in tonight. And we run through a lot of things. We spoke about a lot of things. We get behind a lot of things. So at this point in time, we have Paul Hall coming down to be a part of the coaching staff, not only coaching staff, but deal with the administrative issues. And with someone with his knowledge and the great pedigree that he's coming with, this is only a plus for the JFF. This is a big, big plus. And this is crucial. We did need someone of that ilk to give us another extra boost. And with the players that we're coming in, we all know that we're in good position. But thank you very much, people. Everyone, we definitely looking good now. Definitely tomorrow morning I'll be dropping something controversial to a lot of things that we're spoken about tonight. Look out for that one as well. It's actually the potential a potential squad that we can use to face in the World Cup qualifiers. I use the World Cup qualifiers because I push it far back so that you guys don't cuss me that these players are not here as yet. So I put it far back to the World Cup qualifiers so that these players have time to come in and get it done. Big up, people. Thank you everyone that tuned in. My massive respect. Hope to see you guys tomorrow again. I'll see you guys and peace out.
All right.